first time that I've appeared before this commission. We were here in April before the floods. We were here during the operation of the floodway. We're here today, and we're going to be here until it's done. As you know, the need to provide some interim flood protection was so great that Governor Nixon pledged state resources to build a temporary levee and get the Corps going on building a permanent levee to the authorized level of protection. Fortunately, the Corps was able to commit those resources and get started, and we appreciate that. We appreciate, General Walsh, how your staff is working with us and keeping us up to date on what's going on. But, just to reiterate, if there is a need for the state to step up and provide resources and help get this project done in time, we're ready to do that. We stand ready to step up. We're committed to be here until the last load of dirt is in place on the levee. And finally, just to keep this brief, this is a unique place that deserves special attention. We appreciate that there have been damages and that the level of protection is eroded throughout the basin, throughout Missouri, on the Missouri River as well. But this is a unique place. This is the only place where the floodway was operated and the levee was intentionally destroyed in the country. We have done our part. We've had our sacrifice for other Americans, and it's something we're proud that we were able to do that and help others. But now it's time for America to help us, and it's time to prioritize the Birch Point levee and get this project done as quickly as possible. Thank you.
Ryan, I acknowledge having many phone calls with Governor Nixon, and he had offered more than a few times of the state's resources to help fund the floodway, repair the floodway. And I'm not sure we could have done as well as we did in the flood fight without the resources of your National Guard and your local state police and county police maintaining order. And we'll continue to work with Governor Nixon to meet the commitments that we were made on.
We appreciate that, General Walsh. I'll share that with Governor Nixon. The Corps has always been a good partner, and we look forward to working with you until this project's done. Thank you.
Mr. John Morton from Morton Partnership, Chester, Missouri.
Hello, gentlemen. I'm John Morton. I think I'm probably the first person who doesn't represent a government entity here, but I'm a farmer in the spillway and a landowner in the spillway. Good morning, General Walsh and members of the Missouri River Commission. I messed that up. It's afternoon by now. As you know, on the morning of Monday, May 2nd, the Mississippi River naturally overtopped the Birch Point to the New Madrid levee. Pictures of the overtopping were taken that morning, and the overtopping became larger in the afternoon. Governor Nixon, Senator Blunt, Congressman Emerson, and local newspapers, including the Southeast Missourian, had pictures of the natural overtopping on Monday afternoon. Monday night, the Corps of Engineers activated an awesome explosion that breached our levee. High-speed flood water then eroded our public and private property for over 3 weeks. If the levee had been left to natural overtopping, we still would have been flooded, but at much lower volume, duration, and velocity. And Mr. Lucas referred to that it was naturally overtopping, and the elevations, if the levee fuse plug had been correct, would have covered the amount of water that you wanted to pass through the spillway. It would have been much cheaper and more in the public interest of the United States to allow natural overtopping in Missouri and reinforce the levee at Carroll to protect our neighbors. It's been a whole lot cheaper to fix the levees in Carroll than it is to blow ours up. This could have been done at a fraction of the cost to breach the levee and repair damages. I respectfully request that the Corps fix everything they damaged. This includes fixing the levee to the strength and height it held in April. We need repairs to all the state roads that had surface peeled off, asphalt peeled off the top of state highways, including Highway 77, Highway 80, Highway HH, Highway TT, Highway DD, Highway D, and others. Consolidated Drainage Ditch 29 was messed up. Many county roads, including County Road 310, 308, 312, and others, were eroded. The county bridge in County Road 310 is still in the bottom of Ditch 29. We also request that county bridges, private homes, private property, and land be restored to their prior condition. The bottom line is, General, I ask you to fix everything that was damaged and never use explosives again. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Morton.
Mr. James, this is for you. This is a printout of historic crest at Cairo. Mrs. Emerson asked for it, but I wasn't up close to her.
Thank you. Mr. Larry Myatt from the city of Hickman, Kentucky. You're up next, sir.
General Walsh, members of the commission. My name is Larry Myatt. I am the city manager in Hickman, Kentucky. The city of Hickman wants to thank the Mississippi River Commission, Colonel Rackling, and the Corps of Engineers Memphis District for the work done in Hickman and Fulton County during the flood event of 2011. All did an outstanding job. I know some very tough decisions had to be made. I know homes and businesses were destroyed in Missouri to save lives and businesses in Illinois, Kentucky, and Tennessee. For those that suffered because of the deliberate breach of the Birds Point levee system, I am sorry. I know it will take you years to fully recover from this historic event. Had Birds Point not been blown, the flood water would have surely topped the flood wall in Hickman. Again, I say I'm sorry to our friends in Missouri, but at the same time I say thank you to the Corps of Engineers for your efforts in Hickman and Fulton County. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Mr. Mike Reed from Sny Island Levee Drainage District, Illinois. And as he's walking up to the mic, I do want to recognize Mayor Billy Stevens from the city of Bono, Arkansas. He arrived later. Mr. Mayor.
Gentlemen, for everybody in the room that stayed, as a courtesy to all of us that are last, thank you. For all of you who stayed because you had to, I'll be brief. And Larry, thank you. General Walsh and members of the commission, thank you for the opportunity to come again today and to address you. Many of you have been in the Sny District. Many of you have stood on our levees during flood fights, General Walsh in particular. For those of you who haven't, we're what George Gruget calls the token Yankees of this organization. We're from north of here about 300 miles. Our drainage district starts in Adams County just south of Quincy, Illinois, and runs for 54 miles to an area about 60